So anyway, I closed the game for a split second to start the stream up and sort out the title and all that jazz, and then I come back and now we're here. I also dyed my outfit, guys, in case you didn't notice. It's actually purple now, even though it's a very ghostly purple.
Ah, hello.
Real quick. See, nice and purple, very regal. And here's my satanic bride. Trying to be all goth.
I'm just trying to be demonic, not goth.
You Japanese demonic.
Yeah.
Even Oni.
Fucking terrifying.
Alright.
You see what she looks
Anyways.
like without her makeup on, dude?
Yeah, I've seen. Don't worry.
I know.
The evil Alice. Oh, so there you go. You can actually do all the side quests once you get back. Okay. There you go. Let's go to the throne room then.
You can show my true self then, without the makeup.
Another one. This is my new home. I should move the kids here.
Yes.
They'd be safer here. Just rent out the castle.
Can you?
Unfortunately.
Yes, I remember being here.
All
Well, that took
stand
away.
to attention for the King of Albion.
And his evil bride.
Logan, former King of Albion, you stand accused today of crimes against the kingdom and its people. Those who brought you to justice will now speak.
There's not a soul alive in the kingdom who hasn't suffered for his glory, and plenty who've died for it. I says, let him have some death of his own.
Look, I'm not one for lopping people's heads off, but we saw Major Swift executed like it was a bloody circus act. He deserves nothing less as far as I'm concerned.
But aren't we better than that? Isn't that why we fought to be here now? I've seen what Logan has done to this city. People starving to death, children forced to work. But killing him now won't solve anything.
It is not my place to decide his fate, but his betrayal condemned many of my people to death. He promised us salvation, and then left us to face the darkness alone.
I had good reason to break that promise, and I had good reason for the crimes you claim I committed. The day I returned to Albion, I received a visit from a blind seer, Teresa, our father's guide. She showed me the future of this kingdom. The darkness in Aurora is coming here, bringing death, destruction, the end of our way of life. The sacrifices I had to make, I did them to protect Albion. If you had to suffer, it was to build an army. If a few had to die, it was to save a country. I have spent years preparing for this attack. Let me stand by your side now, and all my soldiers will be yours to command. Let us face the coming darkness, together.
This is true. If it's really coming here, we are all in grave danger.
You have the power over life and death, brother. Now choose.
The people await
Here's
your
the thing.
verdict. But do what you feel is best.
I was always
for the
going to
kingdom.
pardon him. Because, as far as I can tell, he had the right idea, but
I
the
have sat
way
there
he
many
went
times.
about it was wrong.
It is not as easy as it looks, is it?
And to be honest, he would have ended up, probably saving everyone. And, you know, after the fact, you know, he could have, you know, reformed
Your
his
brother's
government
fate
again,
is in your hands.
which I'm sure he would have probably
The
done.
choice is yours.
You know, reformed his government, so that's okay. Alright. Now you know why all this bad shit happened, let's rebuild this country type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, as an evil person, I made a lot of money just by being
I prepared
kind,
you
so...
for a day like this.
But here's the thing.
I know you will.
He
choose
doesn't
what
have
you
game
think is right.
mechanics. He doesn't have
Well,
video game mechanics. The only reason that I can do it so easily is because I get like 70 grand every 5 minutes of my life right now. He doesn't have that option, see.
This
So-
is not an easy decision to make. Take all the time you need.
Or are you having a hard
I'm
time?
gonna pardon him.
This is not the time for revenge. We need your help, Logan.
The king has made his decision. Logan's life will be spared.
For now. Well, actually, we don't really need him, to be honest.
I know you will never forgive me for the things I've done. You told me so once, remember?
Of course I do.
But what matters now is that we defend our land. The castle is yours, and so is the
They're angry.
throne. I'm glad to be rid of them.
Set the tax policy.
High as hell.
See, I don't need a tax policy because I've already paid for everything now.
You have fulfilled the first part of your destiny. You were little more than a child when you left the castle. You have become a hero, a leader, and now, finally, a monarch. But your journey is not yet done. Now you are king. You can know the truth. Albion will soon be attacked, and the threat could not be greater. Darkness is coming to our land. It cannot be reasoned with, it cannot be halted. The ruler of Albion
Pretty?
is all that stands between the world we inhabit and that darkness. That is why you had to take your brother's place. The course of history demands it. If you do not succeed, everything we know will come to an end.
Why didn't you tell me all this at the start? It was never about Logan, was it?
I told you what you needed to know, and I never spoke anything but the truth. With Logan on the throne, Albion would have been doomed. This much I know. Only with a hero wearing the crown do we stand a chance of survival.
And how do I stop it?
You won't. Its arrival is inevitable. 1 year from now, the darkness will fall upon Albion. All you can do is prepare, and hope to save as many of your people as you can. How you do so is up to you. 2 paths lie ahead. You may keep the promises you have made and be known as a benevolent ruler. But understand that doing so will leave little to spend on the kingdom's protection and may lead you to disaster. It is not easy to be popular and keep the treasury full, unless you are willing to sacrifice your personal wealth. But you may also choose to break those promises, to harm your people in order to save them. You will not lack the means to build the army you need, but you will be hated. This path will cast you in the role of a tyrant, as it did your brother. You have 1 year to do what Logan could not. Be the ruler that readies Albion for the greatest threat it has ever faced, and be the hero that can stand against it.
Really? 100 seals? For 36.
I can open 2 of them.
Oh, did you want to? Can if you want. Doesn't phase me none.
So, how do you get the wings? Did you just pick them? Or?
You will, eventually.
So, what happens when you pick the bad wings?
I think you technically pick them by what you do next, like what you do over the course of your rule.
What if I have all the money I need?
If you have all the money you need, then you can pick all the good stuff, and then be good. Which is what I'll be doing, of course.
Still want the black ones, but
Lengthens the barrel. Gives it an aura, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
it's not. It's not very bright.
I can't actually see the aura on it.
Nope.
It's supposed to give it an aura. Could be wrong. Never mind.
I just need. I have 35, so I need a couple more to get to that.
Keeps telling me to interact.
So when is this year gonna come?
Well, you're going to be going with me to do all my decisions now.
Sweet beans.
You'll be able to see what choices there are and make up your mind before you even get here.
Nice.
Your Majesty, I'm not sure what to say after receiving such news. The darkness that is coming. People won't understand what it means. Nobody could, without living through it first. We need to prepare. If we can't stop the attack from happening, we have to be ready when it comes. Having Logan's troops on our side is a good start. But you will need to raise a fortune to pay for the army we'll need. Hobson will show you the treasury, and I'm sure he can explain just how to fill it.
Indeed I can.
Then I will leave you to it.
Love.
Ben and I will begin recruiting and training soldiers at once.
If you will follow me, Your Majesty. Oh, how I have looked forward to this moment. This is it. Albion's royal treasury. The store of the kingdom's total wealth.
Kinda low.
Sitting on 13 mil.
It's, well, not as replete as one would like, but just imagine this room shimmering with hills, valleys, and plateaus of gold. A topography of riches going all the way up to the ceiling. It will require nothing less to build this army everyone is talking about. Which brings us to the second item on today's agenda, and one I'm personally very excited about. Setting the tax rate for the coming year. As you probably know, your brother was taxing the people rather heavily, and some say that this has led to poverty, starvation, and other societal ills. You have three clear choices, Your Majesty. One, lower the tax rate, which one could argue would help the poor and the hungry, but would also leave the treasury in a miserable state. Two, maintain Logan's policies. Not a popular move with the people, but moderately popular with the treasury. And three, and don't let my enthusiasm influence you in any way, raise the taxes even further. True, many will suffer in the short term, but we will be able to protect the kingdom and run our fingertips over vast amounts of gold in this very room. What will it be, Your Majesty?
Lower the tax rate, sir.
Very well, Your Majesty. Well,
I can pay
how
for it.
very noble. Yes, I suppose noble is the word. How very noble of you. The people are no doubt dancing in the streets. And we are bankrupt. You will need to be more ruthless if you wish to save the kingdom, Your Majesty. There are other, less salubrious means of filling the treasury, of course. You may donate your own gold, should you have enough. Though I must say, such charity is unheard of. However you decide to proceed, you should acquaint yourself with the Royal Ledger. It is a logbook that allows the reigning monarch to make deposits and withdrawals from the treasury. A most useful financial tool. But my, look at the time. You really ought to attend to the next item on today's agenda.
He's left until attack 365. Talk to Reaver.
Reaver has a most intriguing proposal for you in Bowerstone Industrial. Now, I know you have had your differences, but it is time to put those behind you and work together. Nobody can raise money like Reaver can, I assure you. I have seen to it that your appearance among the populace is well publicized. So expect a crowd.
Okay.
Treasury
is mountainous. 13.3 mil out of 6.5. Projected civilian casualties 0. What?
I can't get my evil wings if I do it like this, can I?
See, I think the wings do change. Like, if you go back to being completely evil, I think they'll change back to doing that. Like, to being that way. But, yeah. Don't know.
I'm just gonna be murdering.
Fair enough.
Don't tempt me.
Hello, everyone.
I shot you once. I'll do it again.
Oh, I still get tingles. Oh,
Please,
happy day! His Majesty, the King of Albion, graces us with his radiant presence. I knew last time we met that you would emerge victorious from such public sibling rivalry. And now, here I am, to assist you in filling your coffers till they are fit to burst. What better way to begin your reign than by reinstating one of my most successful policies? There is no greater waste than the idleness of our city's youth, but my employment scheme guarantees children of all ages will have something to occupy them, whilst ensuring our factories are properly managed.
It's just monstrous. Don't listen to him. You promised you would end child labor. Remember that promise now.
And what would you have us do with the snotty little indigents?
The only way Bowerstone is going to climb out of the gutter is through education. Nothing is more important to our future than that. Turn this factory
I love
into a
education.
school. Give the children of this city the chance they never had.
A school? Well, that's an original thought. Well, if you'd like to be known as a pauper monarch, then by all means, listen to her. Reaver Industries will abide by your decision.
You see, Reaver, you're not very smart. If you were, you'd know that I currently have double the amount that we need for gold. So, let's just open a school, shall we?
The factory will become a school.
Thank you. We can really start changing people's lives now. This will be an Albion worth fighting for.
I shall begin the necessary modifications at once.
Right, you will. Asshole.
Welcome to Reaver Industries Learning Center. Bowerstone Industrial's first ever school. You can now feel secure in the knowledge that your children can become the well-educated automatons you always wanted them to be.
Consider a proposal to rebuild the Bowerstone Old Quarter. Look at all the happy little chillins.
Our owner is famous.
Genius.
That means we're better.
The king. Wow.
Hello, Your Majesty.
Welcome.
Here, just fast travel to it.
To the
So are you getting the same load screen that I am? Days left until attack?
Yeah, 365.
Excuse me.
Greetings, Your Majesty. I'm at your command. My lord. At your service, my king. Greetings, Your Majesty.
All stand for the king.
Yeah, Sam.
Beloved Majesty.
Why does it keep bringing up this fucking player interaction thing? It's annoying me.
Not even near you, dude.
I know, but it keeps bringing it up.
Today,
infuriating.
you will decide what is to be done with the Bowerstone Old Quarter, site of the battle for Albion. Paige will offer her proposal. Reva shall stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, our victory came at a great cost to the city. You vowed to fight poverty, but our actions have made the problem worse. You must act now. I ask that the Old Quarter be rebuilt, and its former residents rehomed. You wouldn't just be helping those in great need. You'd be sending a message to your people. They're scared, Your Majesty. Let them know they can count on you.
It's the Old
Your
Quarter.
Majesty, the Old Quarter was indeed devastated by your glorious triumph, but as its name subtly implies, it was old. The cost of rebuilding the area would be a colossal waste of money.
What's an Old
The people
Quarter?
who called its decrepit
Old
shambles
Quarter
of
is where we
houses
were
their
fighting.
home,
Like
are
where we
better
landed
off
on the
without
beach
it.
and fought our way through the city.
One must question what they have to offer our society. Why build homes for the inept and the unskilled? I recommend you reject
Homes
the proposal and keep the money for more deserving endeavors.
It was our actions that caused the devastation, Your Majesty. But the final decision rests with you.
Rebuild the Old Quarter.
We destroyed the Old Quarter. It's only right we rebuild it.
The king has reached his decision. The Old Quarter shall be rebuilt, and its former residents will have their homes returned.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This will be a very popular move.
I suppose there may be something to be gained by rebuilding part of the city. It shows our sense of industry has not yet been dampened. Very well, Your Majesty. Despite the climate of fear and great national need, Riva Industries has once again struck a blow for the honest man on the street. The sad sight of the decayed and war-torn Old Quarter is no more. We are proud to present the new Old Quarter.
Fantastic. We're getting there. We're almost done. Oh jeez, look at this.
Astonishing, Your Majesty. So early in your reign, and already the treasury is replete. I cannot recall seeing a more beautiful spectacle. And yet there is still a kingdom to be run, and it never hurts to amass more gold. As a matter of fact, our very first order of business might have a bearing on our financial situation. The time has come to decide the annual town guard budget. As you can imagine, the people like to complain about crime and the lack of safety on our streets, and are calling for more guards than your brother was ever willing to pay for. You have three choices, Your Majesty. Leave the budget as it is. After all, the people have grown accustomed to murder, theft, and contraband. Increase the budget and fill the streets with soldiers keeping the peace. A rather costly solution. Or take a more considered approach by lowering the budget. For what is the point of a safe, well-policed kingdom when it is too poor to protect itself from certain annihilation?
Raise the guard budget.
The people will be delighted, Your Majesty. But will they thank you when they are dead? Not unless they are turned into some sort of awful zombie creatures. That isn't what is going to happen, is it? Anyway, this will leave a
Might be what happened to you
gap
if you keep
in
trying to
treasury.
convince me to be evil.
Unless you can cover the expenses out of your own pocket, I'm afraid we shall be in dire straits indeed. Let us now turn our attention to the rest of today's business. Here is the royal schedule I have prepared.
339 days left to attack. Decide on the castle's decoration. Rule on the status of Aurora. Embark on a journey of adventure and exploration. Fair enough.
As you can see, you have a busy day in the court, but a tremendously enjoyable one. Decoration is a passion of mine, and I simply cannot wait to see your choice. The interior designers await you in the throne room.
Decoration. Woo! Decoration.
Your Majesty.
I almost kind of like it how it is, honestly.
All stand to attention.
No, the differences. What are the differences?
Today you decide on the decor of the castle. Two of Albion's greatest interior designers have come to present their suggestions.
Whoa, what the
You
fuck?
may speak.
That'd be a whore.
Your Majesty, I am Herman Worthy, and I have a design in mind that will blow your little royal socks off. Imagine a celestial scheme capable of lifting the shadows that haunt these halls. A fabulous balance of serene hues that announce to the world, I am a strong, virtuous leader. Hear me roar. But also, look how pretty my home is. You are an enlightened king. Let the heart of your castle be enlightened too.
Celestial? Serene? Pretty? Do you wish to be known as a ruler or as a fool? I am Sybil Maleficent, Your Majesty, and I can tell you that people respect what they fear. This castle should be a fortress of dread. I propose that we flood the rooms and corridors with blood, or at least a suitable paint substitute. Let all those who look upon this palace know terror, whether they be your subjects or your enemies.
It may seem trivial, but appearances can affect the opinion of the entire kingdom. The choice is yours, Your Majesty.
I don't like the way she looks, but I do like the idea of
I
terrifying.
want this to be an enlightened castle.
Oh, fabulous, Your Majesty, fabulous!
you can
Your
make yours
castle
evil.
will be a vision of purity.
And what's more, fashion and good taste must choke down
As
their
long as she doesn't
nausea.
make, as long as she doesn't make a brothel in the castle, I'm good. You have to look up just to make sure she doesn't do that. So hold up.
Gypsy's snoring. Oh, she's twitching. She must be getting chased in her dreams by Kira again. You know, I do wonder what animals dream about. Like, do they just dream about going about their life? Or do they dream about being people, or what?
Definitely not
Today
people.
you decide on the future of Aurora.
Maybe.
Kaelin will speak for her people. Reva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
I am here to seek the protection you promised. It is too long since my people
I want to
fought
see how pretty the
for
castle's
new
gonna
life
be.
without suffering. We were honored to join your fight to claim Albion.
Very bright.
Now it is time we joined your
Does it look
kingdom.
different?
Do what your brother failed to do. Help us to rebuild Aurora and protect it as you would your own land.
There is nothing so noble as embracing other cultures, and I, for one, could not be happier to count Aurora as part of Albion. But surely they must work for that privilege, and I happen to know just how to put them to good service. There is an abandoned mine in the Auroran desert that holds enough materials to benefit the whole kingdom. Let us employ Kaelin and her people to gather what resources there may be. That can be their payment.
You are talking about forced labor.
Well, let's not get bogged down in semantics. It's a fair transaction.
I know you will not break your oath. You understand what we have been through.
The choice is yours, Your Majesty.
Keep it.
I feel bad for people
I will
that,
keep my promise. Aurora will become part of Albion, and its people will be our equals in every way.
The king has spoken. Aurora shall be rebuilt as part of Albion, and equal
So,
to
like-
every other part of the kingdom.
Thank you, Majesty. You have proven to be a man of honor. Aurora is proud to stand at your side.
What were you about to say?
I feel bad for people who
New and improved Aurora.
played the game without knowing about buying land and rent.
Visit the city that Reva Industries rebuilt from sand.
First time I played through, I didn't have anywhere near enough money.
The odd local customs and the heavy soldier presence. Aurora, a light blooming in the darkness.
I'd like to restore it.
A most brave decision.
How are they gonna restore it when the darkness is there?
Aurora might have proven to be a rather profitable resource, but I'm sure we can find other means of filling the treasury. As a matter of fact, we could already have stumbled upon such an opportunity. Aurora may not turn out to be a waste after all. It seems that a group of Albion explorers visiting Aurora have discovered a rare diamond in the desert. They heard the legend of this extraordinary gem from the locals, and understandably set out to find it without a moment's regard for their own lives. Which may go some way to explaining why only one of the explorers returned in one piece. He came back empty-handed, speaking of the hideous desert beings protecting the treasure. Think of the glory, Your Majesty, the adventure, the romance, the large sums of money we stand to make. The diamond is located in one of the caves beneath the Auroran wasteland, reportedly the site of an ancient, abandoned temple. You need only to take it.
Hey, come here for a minute. I want to see if I can get rid of this fucking interaction thing.
Yeah.
That's gone now. Come on. That was weird. Whatever. Anyways.
Ah, hello.
I can't move.
Way to the world, the desert star. Go to the Auroran cave. God, that sum is getting awfully close. I don't like it. Even though it's still like almost double. It's like, oh my god. There's not that much money. Apparently I spent 22 million. And you spent 27,000.
Stars above. The king.
Authentic Auroran cuisine at affordable prices.
Ooh.
Elixirs, potion, cannot complain, I suppose. Things are all right. Best possible price.
Want a new look? Look no further than my...
I want it!
My wits. Here, have this
I
from
want to
me.
wear it. I want to wear it.
You around, I know something interesting is going to happen.
Thank you for keeping the taxes.
Can I wear it? Can I go change real quick?
Yeah. I was actually gonna go put my one on as well. See what it's like. But I'm already
Your special gift is still waiting for you to open it. Surely you've had enough anticipation by this point?
Maybe when I start a new character, I'll gift it
You gonna make a new character?
eventually. Maybe I'll make one, and then come into your world and be evil with you.
Dude, that fucking makeup actually looks good with this witch like outfit. Okay.
Ah, my favorite customer. Welcome.
Good service.
Literally never been here before.
My children. Thank you, and do come again.
Your dog looks like it has a zipper on it.
Sell it to me.
The finest goods in all
Zipper.
Aurora. I sell them.
Yeah.
I have the best shop in Aurora.
Mr. Stabby.
You are the
Greetings,
kind
Your
of customer
Majesty.
that makes me glad.
Kill
I
60
became a merchant.
villagers or soldiers
It's
with
as
flourishes.
true in Aurora as it
Decrease
is
your moral
anywhere.
standing. Drag 8 villagers to
Buy low,
work.
Sell high. Your business is my such good friends.
Oh, I'm gonna go now.
I have room for it in my store. Let's bargain.
That's the pawn shop.
What would you like to
welcome,
eat?
Your Majesty.
Always a pleasure to serve one with a discerning eye, which I can see you have.
Ruined tattoos.
I thank you.
Always a great pleasure to see you.
Oh shit, might be killing someone.
Items in
Okay, I
all
didn't kill him.
Aurora.
That was odd. I don't know what the fuck happened. My gauntlet, or my magic upgraded. No, no. That was gonna kill people because I didn't know if my thing was off or on.
Splendid. Thank you.
And I will smile. Everyone likes it.
Alright, anyway.
My thanks.
I have the best shop in Aurora. Hello to you. Greeting. You are that.
I like these people, they're nice.
Pretty sure that kid just farted at me.
I wanted to kick it.
Goal!
Did you know I had a baby chicken in this game?
Oh jeez, look at my weapons. They're so blue.
Yeah, and mine's haven't been very red at all.
Mine are like ridiculously blue though. Like for realsies. Also, come here. I want to see if I've got the wings and shit yet. Can I interact with you, please? Oh, it's doing the thing again. Oh no! Eat it, kid. Oh, it's fucking following me around now. Fuck, that's annoying.
Your Majesty, thank you for allowing Aurora to keep the money we need to rebuild. You're nothing more than a murderer.
Can you move away?
I don't know what you're doing.
We're not interacting anymore until I fucking reload the game, or you quit and then come back.
Lucky. Mine's just a dim red that no one can see. I want it to be bright like a fucking sun, but it's not. You lied to me.
Well, you're not the one making all the decisions, are you? I think only some the I think the hero pose does it.
Yes.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
Oh, cute. Yeah, so I don't have the wings yet.
Yeah.
You didn't even get him.
I don't know, I thought I'd have them by now, but not.
I like to think about puppies. About slowly crushing them.
Yep, bugger.
Can't tell if he's talking about me or you, honestly.
He was about to talk shit about the dog.
It's a treasure. Okay. Yellow Orion blooms. You want some flowers?
Make a respec pot with that.
This dog looks like he has a fucking zipper. On his back.
How?
Your dog does. Look, look. Where's he at? He's not like he has a zipper. You see zipper on his back. The straight line. The black straight line.
Ah, yeah.
Looks like a zipper.
That's just where the model folds over.
Yo, it's these sandy ladies. I became stronger. Maybe the witch outfit really does match. Match for me. So maybe the witch maybe the witch outfit really does match for me.
Why's that?
Because
you're trying to be a mage.
So I use much blood. Yo, you see that gnome?
No, he's dead.
What a rude little bastard.
Mm-hmm.
$239 days. 239 days. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and check. I got a pro.
What?
I said I got a pro.
Oh. Why didn't it do this glitch like at all until this moment in the game? Check out these stupid fucking interact things. Follow me around now. Flowers.
My character is taller than you.
Mm.
Ladders have myriad uses, being of great value if one needs to assault a castle or clean the gutters. However, whatever the task at hand, the climber should take care to ensure the ladder is properly balanced and safely angled, and that a third party is present to spot the climber. Further, this spotter should be carefully stand on the outside of the ladder. Move quickly out of the way in the event of the climber accidentally drops a very large joint in the mat. In retrospect, a more apt name for this treatise would have been Dangerous Things Joiners Mallets.
Oh, there, gnome.
Can I help you starve and die? That tingles.
No.
Oh yeah. I'd like to get to know someone like you, and then drown them.
And then drown them.
Ooh, definitely booby trapped.
You'd think that.
You're out to be out there. Sorry. These humans? Yeah, they are. Key! Silver key, Matt. Did you get it? Oh shit, my gun! My weapon's better than yours. My weapon's better than yours. I get an achievement. This is my weapon's better than yours.
Yes, well, if I killed a bunch of innocents, my weapon would be that good too.
Oh my god! My weapon has blood dripping from it. Holy shit. Look at it. See it? It's blood dripping from it. Beautiful. Wonderful.
Evil shit.
And then get money for every hit I get. Yep, money. Money.
What did you get?
Just one. Or maybe it's split. So you're here. But it's just one, it's not an impression. Nothing impressive. Weapon's demonic.
Settle down. So apparently we're not supposed to go this way.
You've got this treasure, but I got it for you.
Larger roaring rug.
We can put it in our house.
Could do. I got that. So what's our objective?
Welcome
Back to the castle or what?
to the sanctuary.
Escape the cave.
I don't know if you can escape it by traveling out of it.
Probably. It's like,
You can get achievements for picking up flowers.
what now?
You get achievements by picking up flowers.
Picked up 2 of the flowers. Oh god. Hello. movies.
Wonder who would win, me versus you.
Me, 100%.
If you say so.
Because you wouldn't see me slapping you across the map.
Ah, I don't have Elite Snapper downloaded because of Halo.
That's not what I was talking about. Turn to Hobson. Sounds easy enough.
Further than you. I have 12 and you have 11.
It's because I was kicking mine uphill. And a wall. Oh wow, it is very bright in here.
Can I be of service,
Holy
my
shit,
lord?
it's almost obnoxious.
I'm not in the loading screen.
My lord.
Yay! He's all well, my lord.
People seem very happy that I'm here. Is this castle seems big enough for a McDonald's? Is there no McDonald's in here?
Did you put Risa here? I thought I heard a child.
No, no Reese yet.
Risa Virgus.
I should do actually, hang on. Can I use this? I can use this. So I go over to Mr. Peak. Alright. Grab the family. Move out. Bowstone Castle. Zoom in. Place family here. Now, Risa and Virgus should be roaming around here somewhere. Eventually. I don't think they'll be here now.
Oh, sorry. Am I close enough? If I...
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
They were doing a thing here, so I came over here.
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money through
I mean,
the sale
you have
of
enough
the
money.
treasury? Or perhaps you would prefer the funds were channeled into, let us say, a more personal account.
Well, right now, this is my personal account, so...
A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, your majesty. Bravo.
No, you're not, you dick. Don't lie at me. I know your game, boy.
Oh, almost left the game.
Oh, that'd be awkward. Oh, that'd have been awkward, wouldn't it?
Right.
You have shown yourself to be a most talented monarch. The treasury is positively overflowing. You might even consider borrowing a little for yourself. Of course, it never hurts to earn even more. Who knows what the future will bring? With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the Treasury, and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. It's somewhat radical, but rather brilliant, if you don't mind me saying. We charge people for every child they have. This would keep the population low, but more importantly, the treasury high. Is it really fair to bring new life into such an uncertain world? And won't that gold go to help the children who have already been born? Of course, you may also choose to keep Logan's policies. The matter is entirely in your hands.
You're a monster.
Very well, Your Majesty. The breeders amongst the rabble will be ecstatic, I'm sure. Perhaps you are considering making a personal donation to the Treasury to make up for the shortfall. It is entirely
Mate, look at the fucking Treasury. Just turn around. Alright, I've already made a donation.
Proceed with the rest of your appointments. Here is the royal agenda for the day.
Consider a proposal to renovate the Bowerstone shelter and orphanage. Consider a proposal on how to deal
Wait,
with excess
did you
sewage.
pay for it or not pay for it?
I did pay for it.
So people
As you
can
can see, you have
kids
two
especially.
audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reaver's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir. His Majesty, the King of Albion.
What?
No stranger has a gift for me. Apparently.
Your most gracious majesty.
Well, the door wouldn't let me through. I mean...
This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reaver will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphan. And until we can change the whole world for the better, it will continue to be their only hope of survival. Isn't it time we held out a helping hand to those who need it most? The shelter is underfunded and the building has fallen into disrepair. Invest in the shelter and orphanage, and perhaps we can begin to create a better future for Albion's forgotten people.
I could not agree more. The city and its people are in dire need. But it is not charity they require. It is love. I propose we use this dilapidated building to help both them and ourselves. For love and money have always gone hand in hand. Let us inaugurate Bowerstone's first brothel.
A brothel?
Me?
Brothel, bordello, whorehouse. The name is unimportant. What matters is that the people get the love they need, and we get their money.
Yes, it's for your majesty to decide. Refurnish the shelter and orphanage, or convert it into a house of ill repute.
Renovate. Because I'm a
Poor
good
this
king.
city has suffered enough.
Righteous man.
We will renovate
Which
the
is
shelter
either
and
if it
orphanage.
works.
Bowerstone Shelter shall be refurbished at the Crown's expense.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done the right thing.
As you wish, Your Majesty. The parentless tykes and their destitute friends shall have a palace to call their own.
Excess sewage, huh?
Are you a beggar, too lazy to own your own clothes? Or perhaps an orphan, aching for a bowl of gruel? Then come to Reaver Industries Shelter and Orphanage, where you'll find food, beds, clothes, and even new parents. No matter who you are, we care, even if you don't deserve it.
Reaver ain't happy.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue. The disposal of the city's waste. Reaver will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late, even more nauseating than usual. I fear it is not merely the stench of the underprivileged. Bowerstone is beginning to have a serious waste disposal issue. We require an inexpensive and efficient solution, and I believe I have hit upon one. Now, currently, part of our waste is being disposed of in the Morningwood Marsh. With very little effort, Reaver Industries could redirect all of the Bowerstone sewer system to flow directly into that region. As you know, it's a desolate place with no financial or cultural value to the kingdom. There could be little discussion as to the logic of this decision.
Hang on, this isn't right. Not right at all. We're all children of the soil. It's in our hearts, it's in our blood. It's under our fingernails. What I mean is, we're all equal when it comes to dirt, like. From dirt we come to dirt we go, yes? We who reside in Morningwood have as good a claim to being clean as anyone. And what of Morningwood itself? Its nature spirits, its woodland elves, and water fairies. Do they not deserve freedom from pollution too? Don't destroy paradise with your urban dregs, man. Channel the waste. Be one with the cycle of life. You have all these, like, factories and stuff, don't you? Turn one into a, you know, what do you call it? One of those things, a sewage reclamation facility. Right on.
What shall you decide, Your Majesty?
I've got to agree with the hippie. I have to.
Morningwood is to be
Why
left
would you not?
unspoiled. We will find other ways to deal with Bowerstone's sewage problem.
Seriously.
The king has
Rainbow
spoken.
Child.
Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The sanitation committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty.
Did you just call me incestuous?
Your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity.
He's not very...
I must admit, I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best.
Shut up, Reaver. You used to be cool. Now you're just a dick.
There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene
Was
of
he
our
ever cool?
As such, Reaver
Thanks,
Industries is delighted to announce
Sure.
the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Page has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
If I give me armor outfit, you can like. Wait, what do you need me to do, dude?
Fucking shit interaction thing just keeps fucking taunting me.
Alright. Sorry, you have that issue.
It's infuriating me. Apparently you've made 225 grand from jobs.
You got knocked out? When did you get knocked
Yeah,
out, Matt?
when we were doing the Wheel of Misfortune. Because like all the Hollow Men spawned right on top of me. And then
Oh man.
all of them just yeah, no, fuck you, Matt, you're dead. You're a dickhead. Nothing I could have done. Couldn't even dodge out of it either.
It looks like you're not going to get the achievement.
Eh. I've done it before. Obviously my achievements didn't count though, because it was on an old account apparently.
You like this?
This fucking interaction shit's
At least I got a cool gun.
Greetings, sir and sirettes.
How are you still a child laborer? Odd. It's odd that the kid's still a child laborer. Build the villager.
Vault down there. Come on, sausage.
There's a golden gate right there.
Coming or what?
I'm trying.
What's up, puss? You want day long legs? Leave him alone. He's a good spider.
My gun has this mist on it. Looks so deadly.
Mist?
Like this red, hazy mist and blood dripping.
What's up? We're already back up to a mil on our 104k. So.
You lost all your money. What happened?
Put it in the treasury.
Oh yeah. So the criminal's supposed to down.
It's not every day a king walks into the rebel headquarters. You've changed the world since we last stood here.
You had a lot to do with it, Paige.
But we still haven't changed things enough. Without Logan's troops, crime is becoming a serious problem. There's one man in particular, Nigel Ferret. He's making this city his own. Every criminal in Bowstone reports to him now. He's too powerful for me to deal with, and he's not easy to find. But I know how you can get to him.
I remember Nigel Ferret. Dude looks like a thumb.
Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
You would think your guards would do that.
I know, I did pay for them all.
Right. Committed 3 crimes. How'd you get 2 extra ones?
Game doesn't want me to be pure.
That's given.
Good.
I'm guessing this game to be pure, you have to have money, eh?
The moral of this game is you can be as righteous as you want, but the only good people are the rich.
Right. Well, actually, you start out poor, though, technically.
You don't. You start off as a fucking prince. Serious?
No, when you become a runaway prince, though, which makes you poor. But you do have, like, a little house and everything, so I guess you're not completely poor. You have, like,
You
the
have a
guild
sanctuary.
hall, the sanctuary.
You know, I always wondered where the sanctuary actually is. Like, is it inside the guild seal, or what? Like a mini pocket dimension or some shit?
We shall never know. That lag, though. Holy shit.
How do we get in there? Other player is waiting for me. Go around the back way.
15 keys.
Wow. So why does this thing not work? Stupid glowing trail. How do I get in?
Other players waiting for you.
There we go. Finally fucking worked. A lot of bugs in this last sequence of the game, Jesus Christ.
If you cooperate,
It's a
you won't
buggy
get
game.
hurt. If you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean business, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the rest. Who's it gonna be then? Oh look, we have a volunteer. The king, no less. Have at him, fellas. I'm gonna
Are you really gonna fight a king?
Well, fight is a strong word. Fight implies that either side can win.
It is no longer advantageous for any of us to frequent the high industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided with a key which will permit access. Please endeavour to prevent its transference to an unauthorized individual.
I don't have time for murderers.
Don't have time for murderers.
At your command.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Greetings, sir.
Oh! Hello. Nothing to report, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Yay!
How are you, Your Majesty?
Not even the Majesty.
Ready to serve,
This
Your
fucking
Majesty.
golden trail would keep up with me. Dang it, yeah.
I don't think you can remarry in this game, can you?
Can if we get divorced. Getting so big, Kira. Gotta stop growing. Be a kitten forever. Yeah. Maybe I need a sand cat.
A sand cat? What is that? Oh yeah.
They're forever kittens.
But they're...
Even the fully grown adults look like kittens. So their kittens look like kittens.
You again. It does tend to obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Kill him. Fast.
So,
A lot of big words, buddy.
Come here, let me make you a...
And they can even do bigger.
Why do I always take fucking hits?
There's a treasure nearby.
Apparently.
Cremation or burial?
Oh, they're just pierce you with nice ones, alright.
Please
Hello,
set
buddy.
me free.
Okay.
Here you would drag.
He's dead. You can let him go now. It's alright.
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain. Even should it transpire that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I desire. Meanwhile, my compatriots shall brutalize your person.
Why would he put himself in a prison?
I killed mine already.
I'm practicing on my axe.
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were
Emma.
foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, it would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, you have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer, Ferret. It's over.
Ah, that pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay in there and rot. But that's for the king to decide.
Yeah, mate, you ain't getting out of there.
You royal miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
Shut up. Fucking earthworm ferret. Earthworm Nigel.
That's so rude.
Basically just condemned this dude to die of starvation and thirst. Sweet.
Sweet.
It's a little bit evil, but sure.
I mean, he's done worse.
God, you lose fur so much, puss. We have to vacuum you. Shit, we've always made it to an hour and a half. I was expecting this to be done by now.
Is it almost
treasury
done?
is simply bursting with wholesome, nutritious gold. I sometimes spend hours staring at this glorious accomplishment. Our wealth surpasses all expectations. I must congratulate you, Your Majesty. But the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision on Albion's drinking laws. Under Logan's rule, our citizens are restricted in the amount of alcohol they can purchase per day. As you can imagine, this has proved a rather unpopular measure. And yet many respected members of the community think the law does not go far enough. They would like alcohol consumption wholly abolished among the commoners. They feel, rather reasonably, that it leads to improper behavior and raucous public spectacles.
So you want us to become America?
Nobles are willing to pay handsomely for the
You can
change
drink
policy.
alcohol in America.
Meanwhile, the commoners themselves would like the restrictions completely lifted, claiming
Back in
they
the day.
infringe
Part of your
upon their
history.
freedom and their rights.
Yeah, we
You
can.
cannot please everyone, Your Majesty, but you must make a decision.
Remove the drink limit.
As you wish. Let the streets be filled with poor,
What
drunken
did you do?
revelers. Perhaps it will take their minds off their impending doom. This will leave a noticeable gap in our budget, however. If you are feeling particularly generous, you may wish to make a personal donation to bridge that
I
gap.
just turned the fuck
Let us
around.
move on to other matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead.
Rule on the possible reopening of Brightwall Academy. Consider proposal to drain Bower Lake. Meet with concerned and wealthy citizens.
Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.
I think we'll break it here. Get this fucking bullshit bug off my screen. It's not even on my screen right now, but whatever. Anyway, is it anyone's gonna want to watch a fucking hour and a half video of me just fucking making royal decisions? But at any rate, to everyone who watches this in post, we'll be back instantaneously for you guys. But for everyone else,
I visited Brightwall
you're gonna have to wait.
once. Didn't care for it.
Alright.
For all its claims
See
to
ya.
knowledge, my abiding
Ciao.
memory is one of